Hello friends, it's Astro here and welcome back to the delightful world of Rimworld. Well, delightful world of Rimworld? That's probably a bit redundant, but that's okay. You guys know what I'm talking about. Hey, welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. So last time we had a few attacks. We got a bit confused. We got very cold. It is thankfully much more pleasant indoors now. It's 21 degrees all over the shop, except for the freezer, which is, well, that's ideal. We want it to be cold in the freezer. Yeah, everything seems to be going rather well. So I'm quite happy with how we're doing at the moment. I did some research into this here, where was it? Security, the chain gun turret. So it needs a 25mm chain gun. Which, no, that's Bionics machining table. Yes, I couldn't find in here. And the reason that I couldn't find it in here is apparently the mod that gives you the M2 Browning machine gun and so on and so forth, yeah, it doesn't actually let you build it. You have to buy it from a passing arms trader, like that one that popped up earlier on. So, unfortunately, that's not going to be a thing that we can do, which is a bit of a shame, but look, it's fine. It's fine. What I think I will do, however, is just pop some of these small turrets up here, move them up a little bit. We're going to leave a poplar tree. I don't really want that there. We'll just move these guys up a little bit, and then we'll have a little one of this built around this guy, right? Just like so. And that can be our forward fire base for people attacking from the north. We've got our fire base down here, which is going to protect us from the south. I may move that a little bit further south, but we'll see how I feel. And finally, we need to get a fire base set up here, because this seems to be where they attack all the time. Maybe one up here as well, at the top of the top barracks, because I have had a few attacks which have come through that way, and I don't wish to have that continue, if at all possible. So let's go ahead and get our, where was it? Anti-material turret. We'll get one here. And then we're going to have a couple of standard improvised turrets sitting next to it. We're going to need to reconnect this power conduit as well, because I don't like seeing that like that. And then, last but not least, we're going to have this sort of stretch like that. So there's a little position either side where people can run around to. I don't want to put a door out here, particularly. I mean, I suppose that I could, but it's not really something that I want to do. I could also put a door into here and fill this thing with mines and traps and stuff, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Who's this curmudgeon? Curmudgeon, what are you doing sleeping in the snow? I mean, you don't seem to mind it all terribly. But I don't know about you. I don't know if I'd want to be outside at minus 17 degrees, even if I was a fox. But I guess old Foxy Poo doesn't really mind. Okay. So today, let's continue with our hardcore super duper research aplenty. We're going to get some shield belts researched up, which will be great. It means that we can kit our dudes out with shield belts to protect them in combat, especially people like Cactus, who took a big old grenade to the face last time, thanks to Sammy. Which reminds me, Sammy, I want you to go and get yourself a new gun, because honestly, your performance with that grenade launcher so far has been less than Do we not have any more? Because I set them all to be burned. Or deconstructed, I should say. Okay, so we're going to have to make a new weapon for Sammy, which we can do at the machining table, I suppose. Let's have a look. What are we going to make? Ooh, a charge rifle. Yeah, hang on. Well, what's Sammy actually like? Character. Shooting 9. Melee 10. Nah, shooting 9 is good, but, what sort of melee weapons, like late melee weapons, are there? I don't think there really are any. I think they're in the is it this one? No, whoops. Is it on this one? The smithy. I think so. Let's have a look. Yeah. So we could, you know, make a longsword or something, but that's it's a bit boring. It's a bit boring. Let's go ahead and make up a charge rifle for our friend Sammy, so that we can get that. I mean, the grenade launcher is good. It does a wicked amount of damage, and when you're firing into a large crowd, it sets them on fire, and it means that they run around and basically, you know, become useless for a short period of time, which is great. And that's the sort of thing that we want. Except, yeah, then it gets fired indoors and bad things happen. So let's just unequip it from him, give him a charge rifle, and we'll go from there. I've noticed that we're running very low on meat for our colonists, which is not great. I think we may need to explore around and see if there's really nothing to be had. There's some boom rats, but I don't like hunting them. Well, perhaps this is what we've trained for. I don't want to kill any of these ones that are... First of all, I don't want to kill the females. This male Muffalo 9 is not bonded to anyone, so we can slaughter him. That's fine. As long as we've got a male, which we do. Valerie's a male. Skeeter is female. Muffalo 8 is female. And then we've got a couple of juveniles that we kind of don't want to get rid of yet. We've got our chickens now. What about these turkeys? Can we maybe think about getting rid of some of them? Because we've got a female, a male, a female, and then all of these ones, which are babbies. I think it's probably fair of us to just say, look, we don't need any babby turkeys. We've got our new chickens and whatnot that can look after the egg production activities that we're going to be partaking in very shortly. And we've got so many foxes. So many foxes. Oh, there's also Muffalo 1. Oh, that's that juvenile one. Yeah, go on. Take out that juvenile as well. I hate to do it. I don't like to do it. Muffalo 2. Alright, let's see. Neptune is a male Muffalo. We've also got Muffalo 2 here. We can get rid of you as well. So we'll just butcher up a couple of those Muffalos and stock our larder with some delicious Muffalo meat. No. Sorry. Sam, were you unhappy about that? You're unhappy about an innocent prisoner dying, and you're hungry. We are running low on food. So, I think we've done the right thing by selecting to do... What? The toot. Where are these guys? Where are you headed? Fleeing? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, dear. Oh, no. Are they legit gonna leg it? Oh, this isn't good. I didn't want this. How far are you going to flee, guys? Oh, dear. Hearing loss. Wow, they're just... Oh, no, here we go. Now they're just coming back again. Okay, so pro tip. Next time, don't do that. Next time, maybe I'll move the Muffalo to the finger quotes, Muffalo Hospital before administering their dosage of steel. Because, yeah, they didn't like that, amazingly. Yeah, so, okay, let's not do that again. It's a bit annoying because now they've traipsed all the way through our base and dropped a whole bunch of dirty footprints all over the place, so, I don't know, we'll have to clean it up after that, but that's fine. Cargo pods have arrived. Let's have a look. What did we get? Smoke leaf. Oh, lovely. Well, we'd run out of that, and I didn't really feel like growing any more, so, yeah, it's quite a nice little get. And there's some steel, not steel, some whatchamajigger up here. So we'll may as well grab that while we're here. Get some free steel out of those sandbags. That's it. I'm not sure why a sandbag would have steel in it, but hey, what do I know? I'm just some guy who plays video games on the internet. Among other things. I mean, that's not all I do. You have to imagine that there are other activities that I get up to, like eating food. I do enjoy eating a bit of food. I enjoy drinking beer. That's quite fun. And working in a job. That's always good too, because then it allows me the money I need to be able to... Oh gosh, no, I don't want that. Cancel. I don't want to do the whole thing, but around that would be nice. Yeah, so I do work. Obviously, you know, at the time of recording this video, 50 odd subscribers, not quite enough to sustain me. I don't know if I ever honestly will get to the point where I'm going to be able to have YouTube or related activities as my primary income stream. I don't think that'll ever really happen. But look, maybe it will. Who knows? Maybe one of these days I'll be living fat off the those YouTube bucks, but I really don't. I don't think that that's likely. I've just realised that this isn't set up correctly either, so we'll just pop a couple of bits and bobs in here. We'll have a nice little door, a nice little vent, and I think one thing that we worked out recently with these vents to keep these two rooms at roughly the same temperature, so we're -3 and -4. Those two vents mean to me that in here 30 degrees, out here 23, so this is only going to be letting out a certain amount of heat. So I might pop a second vent in there. Actually, you know what? Cancel that. Should I just put them down here? Or, nah, we'll just do 2. That should be sufficient. That should be enough. Good. So we've got our cotton plant growing here. We've got potatoes growing up here, which is great. Another Muffalo has just become pregnant, which is also great. Because, you know, we're going to enjoy having those Muffalo standing by as an emergency backup protein source. Although, oh dear me, we're starting to run very low on hay. So hopefully, when spring rolls around, we'll be able to get another batch of that underway. And hopefully keep these guys fed, because that's starting to become concerning. We've got emergency flowers in here for the birds, so that's okay. But yeah, we'll have to just keep an eye on that, and hopefully it won't go too pear-shaped. Good, okay. So, got those things underway. Let's have a quick look at our research tree and see what's going to be next in line. So, shield belts. Excellent, happy with that. Prosthetics, we've got our synthetic organs lined up. We can get synthetic skin. We can also consider going up to brain surgery, but I kind of feel like we should start beelining. Once this shield belt is done, we have all the prerequisites for these, so I think we should just start smashing out all of these items, get the research done while we're comfy in this base. It's also been suggested that resource-wise we're a little bit poor at the moment, which we definitely are. We can consider doing some deep drilling to get a bit more, or we might need to buy some, but moving might be, relocating to a new area might be the simplest way for us to get some additional resources that we need to build the ship and get out of this get off this planet. And we are also going to need these guys so that we can survive the journey to wherever it is we're going to go. I mean, this is all desert. I don't particularly want to go there. There's a big swamp here. That's not the greatest. These two outposts of the Rapier Men and the Persecution Band. Terrium League wants this destroyed. Oh, reward an orbital power beam targeter. Wow, that sounds cool. Reward silver. Reward silver. Or maybe we should go and raid these suckers. That could be fun. Anyway, so yeah, potentially we could move somewhere else on the map. We could even just like move 1 or 2 notches over to a more mountainous region and just, yeah, do some mining over there and get some goodies. We'll be closer to these guys, but they're attacking us all the time anyway, so it's kind of not a huge problem. But yeah, we could pack up a whole bunch of stuff, disassemble a whole bunch of weapons, and yeah, just sort of haul our team across to a new location, taking all of our Muffalo here along as pack animals, and carry on elsewhere. Might be a thing to do, but we'll see. For the time being, we'll just plow on with our research, and we'll get ourselves to where someone's made a snowman. Lovely. We'll plow through the research, get our ship technology lined up. Phoebe and Half are on the case, and yeah, once we've got that, we can see how hard it's going to be. Did I complete deep drilling? I feel like I did. Ooh, hello. Yes, deep drill. So we can deep drill, but first of all, we're going to need a ground penetrating scanner, which I believe is in MISC. Yes. Okay, so we can build one of these, of which we have insufficient everything. But that's fine. That's going to happen, no matter which way we slice it. And what's this? Oh, that's right. I already planned that out. Nice. Good. So we can look after that. I guess now it's just a case of getting the rest of the components ready. Because at the moment we're waiting for some here. We're waiting for... Wait. It's got 3 of 15. That's got 1 of 3. So we're going to need to produce some more. And we're also going to need... Well, how much steel do we currently have? Not a great deal. Hang on. Where is it up here? Steel. Components 1. Steel 3. Ah. That's a problem. Alright, we're going to have to see if we can mine some up. So let's tag up a bunch of mining. Because there's some here that we can grab. Is there any more exposed around the map so that we don't need to strip mine? There was some here. That's gone. And... Any... No, that's all been strip mines. That's empty. Aha! There we go. And grab a chunk of that mountain as well. Is that? Yes, there's some in here. Let's just dig out a chunk of that as well. It's still cold outside, but it's not freezing anymore. It's more pleasant, so I'm happy to have people go out and start to do some resource gathering. Oh, there's some. Good. Dig a chunk out there. Oh, look at this. The mother lode. Excellent. Good eye. I mean, there's a lot of mining that's just been queued up, all told. I think it's hopefully not going to be too much, but yeah, that should get us closer to our goal of getting our new defensive structures up and running and starting to do some deep drilling. And hopefully, once the deep drilling gets underway, once this guy is up and running, we can look into the local area. I don't know how big the bloom of one of these is. I'm assuming it'll be like a circle around here. And we can just pop down a deep drill and start hauling out steel to our heart's content. Which will be pretty good, I think. I'm looking forward to that. Alright, great. So, well, now we're kind of playing the waiting game, aren't we? Oh, no, we've got our shield belts. Aha. Good. Okay, next thing, let's get our Antimatter Reactor up and running, which is going to take a bloody long time. Oh, that's the other thing that I looked up. Project Tech Level Spacer, your Tech Level Industrial. Yeah, that's not going to change. That's never going to change. I'm always going to be industrial because that's who my dudes are. These are industrial level people. And that was the starting... What's that? Oh, that's that T. That was the starting tech level that I had when I landed on the planet. So therefore, it is the tech level that I have, and that's that. Which is a bit annoying. I would have preferred it if there were, a way that you could increase your tech level and research faster, but the only way to research faster is more research tables and more multi-analyzers to add that 10% buff to your research speed. Which is fine. Honestly, I'm cool with that. It's starting to become spring, so we can get rid of these suckers as well. So, actually, I'll just go orders deconstruct. Get rid of all of these. Don't need that additional heating anymore. We're to the point where we're doing okay without them. It is 24 degrees inside at the moment in some spots, and I assume that's because these vents are open. They're letting the heat come in from the from these two bad boys. So that's 36, 20 something. Okay, so that's getting a bit warm. Maybe we'll close these off. Oh no, cancel. Close that. And these two here as well. Okay. Good. So that means now we're just running on the heat that's coming out of these. So we need to be this is the first time I've gone into a summer with these objects running. So I think they're starting to get to the point where they're no longer required. So let's turn these off. Turn this one on so it vents the heat in this room out into the world. Good. It's still a tad warm though. It's not too bad. Okay, let's double this up. With more steel that we really don't have, but that's fine. Well, let's double this up just so that we can make sure this room doesn't get too hot. Because if it does get too hot, then we might have the risk of fire. And we don't want fire. Fire's not a nice thing to have. Good. Okay, so that's taken care of. These other bits and bobs are coming along. Research is coming along. There's a good amount of meat now. Veggies, not so much, actually. Veggies are actually now a problem. They've not been a problem before. But, now all of a sudden they are. So maybe we need to consider... I think we've got a very good amount of cloth. Oh yeah, we do. Got a very good amount of cloth, so I think what we need to do is grab these ones, and we'll change all of these out to rice? Strawberries, maybe. Let's go rice. It's a very quick growing food, and that should hopefully, because we are at low food, which is not great. Colonists and prisoners getting food 13. Days of food worth in storage 1. That's a problem. That's a super duper problem. We have 8 veggie mush left, which is not going to last us very long. A dog just... God damn it. Okay, hang on. I saw a dog just come in and eat some potatoes, which I'm not thrilled about. So let's double check our doggos... Dogs? Woofer zone. Aha. There's your problem. When I expanded the fridge, I didn't expand the deny zone for the dogs. So they were just coming in and helping themselves. You get out, curmudgeon. Are you assigned to the correct zone? Woofer zone. Yes. Okay. Because I don't want animals to be... Oh, wow, those potatoes just harvested up just in time. Yeah, I don't want those dogs to be coming in and eating people food. They've got this here to keep them sustained. Which is using meat, which is a bit of a pain, but honestly, there's not really a way around it at this stage. We do have to feed the dogs something, and kibble is the way to go. So, I don't know, maybe I need to stop cremating corpses. So when we get attacked, we can turn humans into dog meat. It's probably not a bad idea. Probably not a bad idea at all. Alright, let's think about that next time. So that we can get less people food being fed to dogs. I think that'll probably be, yeah, a fairly good idea. Anyway, I'll wrap it up there, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. It was a bit of a slow one, but we're getting some stuff underway. We're getting some bits and bobs done. All we need now is some more components, but that's going to have to wait for Lolita to get back from her mining expeditions, and we'll crack on with that next episode. Cool. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next time. Bye.